So for bottom machining, it's a similar process. We're just going to import the same model, so the YouTube car for me. All right, I'm going to go next. All right, once again, you need to rotate it so the front block is on the left-hand side, but then we need to rotate it now. All right, so we are looking at the bottom of the car now. Okay, so the arrow should be pointing to the bottom. The car should be pointing to the left with the front block on the left side. Okay, once you've got that sorted, go next. Now the cutter depth, once again, you need to make sure it goes down to the depth that you need to cut to. So this model here is probably not the best example to show. However, I've got students who are machining their front wings over here. And I've had students before that don't cut all the way down to where they need to go to make sure that their wings are actually completed properly. All right, so make sure whatever you need to cut from the bottom down, all right, it needs to be down to that depth. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole section of balsa wood that's uncut that you can't do anything with. So please make sure you check that. All right, so for example, if this rear pod wasn't here, the cutter would have to go down to this wing here. So you'd probably have to go at least to like, 38 to get this wing machined out. All right, so once again, if you've got your wings over here that you're going to glue onto the back later, make sure it goes down to machine whatever you need. All right, for this model here, obviously you don't really need to machine that far down. I could actually machine it up to about here somewhere. Okay, so this depth is going to change depending on every person's model. All right, so please keep an eye on that. Otherwise, you're going to waste a block of balsa wood. All right, ask the teacher if you're not sure, just so we can get that done properly. All right, for now, I'm just going to leave it at 21, so I'm going to go next. And this one here, just make sure you've got these numbers here for the billet size. And once again, make sure you've got 100. If you don't, speak to the teacher and we'll try and get that sorted for you. Go next. All right, Z position as well. Just make sure that's 0. Go next. And then Y, we're going to change that to 4. Once again, make sure the cutter gets all the way around the edges. Go next. Once again, make sure it's a 6mm ball nose. Next, and we're going to add our raster finishing again. All right, so you should be doing this the same as what you did for top machining. So for top machining, we left it at 15%. Once again, if you went and did 4%, change it. Make sure they match up, because I've had students that have had one side do one side do 4% and one side do 15%. So make sure they match. For this demonstration, I'll just leave it at 15. All right, but 23,000, make sure everything's the same. You got the 45 raster angle, and then the boundary as well. Once again, make it the same as the other one. So as we spoke about, for this model, we're going to do 13. All right, but for everyone else, if you did 50, for example, make sure that the bottom machining's 50 as well. Okay, press OK, that will calculate. We're going to go next and just play this again. Yeah, that's cutting everything on the 45 from the back to the front, and it's finishing in the back corner here, so I know that's all good. We're going to go next. All right, and this is the other thing that we need to sort out. So at the moment, you've got 223, that's good. The Y is 32.5. The only thing that we need to change now is the Z is now going to be 29, okay? So we need to make sure that is 29. So it's different to the other one. The other one was 21, this is 29, and that will be, roughly where your canister hole is. All right, once you're happy with that, go post-process, and in the same folder, all right, where you saved the other one, you're going to change this to 0004, all right, and then save it in here. Okay, once you've done that, then we're going to do the subcode file and get your axle holes, the code for the axle holes machined and ready.